Hi, I'm Bob Tabor with Developer University. For more of my training videos for beginners, please visit me at devu.com. In this lesson, we're going to focus on iteration statements, a specific iteration statement called the for iteration statement. Sometimes you're going to need to loop or iterate through a sequence of things to find something that you're looking for, to find a successful match. And actually, you're going to do this sort of data manipulation more than you realize. So you'll have to trust me that this is a very important tool in your toolbox that you're building. So as you can see, I've already taken the liberty of creating our project. I called it for iteration. Pause the video, go through the steps that you already know how to perform to create a new project, new console window project, and catch up with me. I'm going to begin to add some code here on line 13 in just a moment. Now, the syntax that we're going to write here in just a moment is possibly the most cryptic of anything that you've seen yet. And I'm going to be completely honest. Sometimes I get things a little bit mixed up myself, but don't worry. After we've struggled through it once or twice, I'm going to share the little secret that I use to get it perfect the first time, every time. All right. So having warned you about the complexity of the syntax, I'm still betting that you could figure it out and read it even before we actually attempt to run the application, even before I take the time to explain what each little bit of the application is doing. So let me write it out here, and then we'll try that. Okay, very simple, at least very compact section of code here. Actually, you need one more line of code, right? Console.readline. There we go. Now we're ready for action. Okay, so what do you think that this code does? Okay, got a theory in mind? Well, let's go ahead and run the application and see if your theory is true. All right, you can see that we have a list of numbers from 0 to 9, and then we can hit enter to continue on. So we're using C# to execute this little block of code right here until a certain condition is true, at which point we will stop executing that line of code and continue on to line number 17. So this for statement says that we should begin by declaring a variable. We're going to call it I. We could call it anything we want to. And we're going to initialize its value to 0. Now, as long as I is less than 10, we're going to continue to execute the code below it in our code block defined by our curly braces. Each time that we iterate through, we'll increment the value of I by 1. So this little bit right